Greetings, folks! I'm Kaylee from Collingswood Public Library, and today I'm going to teach you how to make scribbling machines! A scribbling machine is a motorized contraption that moves in unusual ways and leaves a mark to trace its path. It's made from simple materials and demonstrates the erratic motion created by an offset motor. They are sometimes called scribblebots. In your kit, you'll find a paper or plastic cup, 4 markers, a DC motor, 1 AA battery, a thick rubber band, a hot glue stick, tape, and paper. You will also need scissors to complete this activity. To begin, spread your paper out on a flat work surface. If you'd like, you can use some of your tape to secure the corners so it doesn't move around. Next, we're going to begin building our base. So take your paper or plastic cup and your markers and begin to tape the markers onto the cup. So you just want to tape them around the cup. Try to evenly space them if you can, and make sure they're nice and secure. Once you have all of your markers taped on, we are ready for the next step. Taking your DC motor and your hot glue, we're going to create a cam. So first we want to cut our hot glue stick to about 1 inch. It doesn't have to be exact, but if you would like to use a ruler to measure it, you can. So it should be about that big. Then we're going to take the hot glue and put it onto the axle, which is this tiny little metal part sticking out of the motor. And this is very important. You want to make sure that is off center. So you're going to not stick it like this, you're going to stick it a little off center. And you might have to twist a little bit to get the axle to stick. And then you want to make sure it moves freely like that. Next, we're going to prepare our battery and our motor. So you're going to look for the positive terminal of the battery. What does that mean? You're going to look for the end of the battery that has a tiny little plus sign on it, and it's also going to have a little raised metal piece coming out the end. You're going to take a piece of your tape and one of the wires of the motor, it doesn't matter which one, put that tiny little wire right on the tip of the battery end or terminal and tape it on. You want to make sure the metal of the motor wire end touches the battery, and then just tape it on there really secure. Once you have that end secure, take your rubber band and secure it around both ends of the battery. So it should look like that. All right. So now it's time to construct our machine. So you're going to take the base you created and take your motor. That might happen. So we'll just are going to secure it once more. So be very, very careful when you are picking up your motor so that you don't unsecure that tiny little wire from the battery. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take our motor and our battery and place them on top of our base. And then we want to use some more of our tape to secure both the battery and the motor. You want to be careful when you're taping on your motor that that you don't tape it too close to the edge of your cup, or the cam, the glue stick, won't be able to move freely. All right. And then we're gonna secure our battery. And it might take a couple pieces of tape. Use as much as you need to make sure it's nice and secure. All right, let's turn this baby on. So first, you're going to remove your marker caps. Set it back down. And you're going to take your remaining motor wire and slip it under the rubber band on the other side. So not the same side that you put that first wire on. And here we go. Look at it go! Wow! Congratulations! You have successfully created your very own scribbling machine. If you'd like to take this project to the next level, you can consider experimenting with other materials. You could add clothespins, perhaps, even some pipe cleaners. Maybe you want to try some popsicle sticks, or if you want to get really wacky, some googly eyes. You're going to find even more ideas to take this up a notch and get creative on your instruction sheet. Have fun out there. Go forth and scribble, my friends. This is Kaylee from Collingswood Public Library, signing off.